That big bull is after that little bull. See that little bull there? They've all got their antlers. Look at him, look at him, look at him, look.
Well, there we go. There's a nice little bunch of deer. I think those are all does and fawns. Like I said, you really can't hardly tell nowadays unless you look up really, really close to them, because many of the bucks do not have antlers. Many still do have antlers, but I think there's 4 or 5 of them out there. At least 4, maybe 5, but I think that's just a little family of does and fawns. I'll zoom in on them, see if we can see any place on their heads where their antlers might have been. I don't think on either one of those. I don't know, though. That's one to the right. But looking at their hocks and stuff, they're not dark. Those are really wild deer. Really, really wild. That might be a buck there. But Nellie walked out on the porch and those deer taking off. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they spook. So those are totally wild deer. They just happened to come up to the South Fresh and the Texas Hunter feeder. Get a little freebies.
Oh my goodness. Since Benelli and I have started our little ride, look at that big bull over there. Still got both of his horns. He hasn't shed those antlers. Yeah, he's still got 2 big antlers up there. It's windy. That north wind is crazy. I mean, crazy. 2 bulls there. That one bull's chasing the other one. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that. We zoom in. That one big bull's chasing that smaller bull away. Where'd he go? The wind is blowing like crazy. Look at him right there. Come here. Benelli, get in here. Kennel. That big bull is after that little bull. See that little bull there? They've all got their antlers. Look at him, look at him, look at him, look. He's after him. He's after him. Benelli, you stay. The wind is blowing like crazy. I got a microphone on. I hope I have it hidden enough where we don't have. That is gorgeous right there. That big bull and a smaller bull. There might be another bull or 2 in there, I don't know. Yeah, I think I see a smaller bull right there too. No, maybe not. Look at that big bull. Look at him, look at him, look at him. Look at him. Oh my goodness. He's feeling his oats for sure. He's herding that whole herd of cows around, keeping that other bull away from him. You'd think the rut's completely over, but boy, he is being dominant. Look at him, look at him. Goodness sakes alive. That's really something right there. That is really something. Sorry about that. Boy, he's aggressive. He's enjoying this colder weather. The temperature's fallen about 20 degrees since Benelli and I came out. I'm about to freeze. I don't have much clothes on. I was gonna get over here and shoot some video, but in a long sleeve shirt and take my jacket off. And I'm sure glad I got my jacket. I'm sure glad I brought it. That is beautiful down there, guys and girls. I love it. I love it. Well, now it is not only colder than a booger bear. Booger bears are cold too. I mean, they're cold. You ever snuggle up to a booger bear? You don't ever want to snuggle up to another one. That's right. Booger bears are cold. Not only is it colder than a booger bear, and it certainly is that, it's raining. Not raining hard, but raining nonetheless. But Ellie, come here. Kennel. Every time I stop, she wants to get out. Well, my gate opener's not opening. Open. No, it's unhooked. It's unhooked. I see that Apache has it unhooked. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, it's raining. It's cold. It's getting colder. I'm telling you. What Jimmy's gonna do, that wind is blowing, it's raining, it's cold. What Jimmy's gonna do, since the gate opener, see the gate opener's off there. See the rain, some of this rain is changing into snowflakes. What Jimmy's gonna do, look how green that field's getting, isn't that gorgeous? What Jimmy's gonna do is go home. Look at that field, though, how green that field's getting. Isn't that pretty? It's turning springtime, even though the temperature's down probably around 40, maybe 42, 43. But that north wind is blowing, and it's now starting to rain. Not raining hard, but raining enough that you won't have to be out here very long to get wet. And I'm not going to go manually open and close that gate at all. What I'm going to do is go home. Go home, that's what I'm going to do. You bet, you bet. Yes, sir. Head her to the house, Jimmy Bell.
Yes, sir, we have deer. This is the biggest bunch of deer that I've seen since I got back off my trip. There's another one coming in from the distant south out there. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus that one's 5, 6, 7. I think there might even be one back behind there. Plus, not only do we have deer, we have antlers. We have antlers. Those are some big antlers, too. I mean, some big antlers. Who is that? Do we know who that is? I believe it might be Fat Boy. Another deer back behind. That's a buck also with no antlers. So this is a pretty good deal. Here comes that deer coming in. Likely that's a buck as well coming in, but there's a good bunch of deer out there right now. Beautiful day, although it's cold. Got down the mid-30s. Another deer coming in. Mid-30s last night. There comes another one. Got quite a crowd, as a matter of fact, coming in there. That's nice. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. All of those deer do not have a tag, meaning that they were not born in a pen, totally wild, including, I believe, that big buck. I think that big buck, of course, if it's Fat Boy, that's a deer there. Definitely lost his antlers. Don't know who he is. A little hard to tell. There's a little small buck with antlers. That was the other buck that come in. He's still got his antlers, not much. It'd be his first antlers, but he's not got much. But this boy over here, comes another deer coming in. Wow. Wow. I don't know how many deer we have out there. Well, I could just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know there's one back over there. At least 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8. 9. That'd be 9, wouldn't it? At least 9 out there. Yes, sir. That's a nice big deer. No tags at all. I believe that might be Fat Boy. You know, Fat Boy's not quite as tall as some of the other deer, but he's got a nice big healthy rack. 8 or 9 points. I don't know exactly which. Golly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 10 deer out there. There's other deer back behind that I'm just showing up there, just able to see. A little bit. There's 10 deer out there, and that's the most deer I've seen out there in a while. And they're pretty aggressive around all that food. Do not see TC out there. Do not see Forrest. I did see Forrest running around on the ranch this week. He wasn't anywhere close to the house. Other deer walking off down that way, back behind the trees. But at least 10 out there. And that's a pretty good little bunch of deer. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. That's a buck right there. It's already shed. So, got to do some shed hunting this week, maybe. Just got to get out there if I can find just a little bit of time and go spend 4 or 5 hours walking in the woods. But Nellie has not figured out yet that she's supposed to find those and pick them up for me. I thought maybe she would bring one into the house, but that didn't even happen. Daisy and Beamer, oh, look at them fighting. Look at them fighting there. Daisy and Beamer used to bring deer in, antlers in all the time. They'd go find them in the woods and bring them to the house. Wouldn't necessarily bring them to me. They'd bring them for them. But that's all right. I kept thinking that Beamer might do that too, or Benelli might do that too, but so far she hasn't. But as I take her out shed hunting, every time I find one, I'll probably fetch with her a while, and hopefully she finds out that that's a good thing she's supposed to do is bring them to me. We'll see. That's a really nice little good bunch of deer out there enjoying the South Fresh food. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Good bunch of them. Don't see anybody else way off out there. They sort of come in from all directions sometimes. I just looked off out there and there's deer everywhere. Aggressive. And we see some antlers too. We like seeing antlers. They don't want to share, do they? No sirree, Bob. As we head to church this morning, we have a few deer. That's a red tag there. She's one of our deer that was born in a pen. And some of her running mates up there in the woods. They're not too wild. They're just looking around. Cold this morning, got down to 29 degrees. I believe this is the last time it's going to be below 30 until the winter time at the end of the year. Those are some beauties up there in the woods. They're always pretty when they're out there like that. They're not paying a whole lot of attention. They're just kind of wishing us off as we head to church. Awfully nice, awfully pretty. And then we also see a few elk out there. Truck is moving, so we're getting kind of a lousy picture. Got it zoomed out a little bit. I'm not able to hold it steady. We'll see. They show those ads on TV where they're running down by somebody running and the picture's still steady. I don't know if that'll be that way or not. Doesn't look very steady. It's a good bunch, or a goodly bunch, some people would say. A goodly bunch of elk out in that area, in that field. Look around by, there's a feeder and a really nice stand right there. The elk's right by the feeder. As we keep looking around, we see more and more. So, not a tremendous amount out there, but probably half a dozen or so. They're just enjoying this nice Sunday morning. Sunday morning going down. Yes, it is. Probably a few more of them back there in the shade that's more difficult to see. I see one back behind that tree. Looks like a bull right there, but I don't see any antlers. They have lost them. They should be losing their antlers soon, I'd think. Sure looks like a bull there, though, doesn't it? I believe it may be. Speaking of laying down, and speaking of antlers, I believe that I see a big bull laying right there. I finally got him. Dead in the center of the picture. See that big bull laying there? He's laying down. The shade just moved off of him. Sun just got on him there a little bit. There's a few of them laying down up there in that shade, but that's not a giant bull, but a relatively good sized bull. Definitely still got his antlers. I don't know about some of the others, but definitely a few laying up there that's difficult to see. There's one behind him that stood up. I couldn't see that just a second ago. See the deer stood up, or elk that stood up. Yeah, there's probably quite a few more elk out there than what we're actually seeing. That little bunch had about 25 or 30 in it the other day, so good bunch of elk.